Hey yo, champions fam, it's the bad guy Zeke 4-0, Crown Era's very own family first royalty always, and this is going to be short, sweet, and brief. Time has passed, y'all. I literally was expecting a new event to show up by now, but obviously there still is not one available at the moment. I do not know what's going on Scopely's side, but I'm still optimistic for all of us. But this gives me a moment to speak my mind and get right to the point. When it comes to these month-long events, many of you have been around since the very beginning like myself. We've seen the ups and downs, the smiles and frowns, the good times and the bad. And quite frankly, I think after this year, more than likely, after December, I really feel that it is up to Scopely and Champions to make the decision, the right decision, and do away with consecutive back-to-back month-long events because quite frankly they're hit and miss. Some are good, some are bad. And I think with how a lot of people are programmed, because it is presented in the game, because it is new content, people always go and do the month-long events. But in reality, if it's not truly benefiting you, if it's not superstars that you really want, there's no point of going after it. Month-long events can cost you more than help you because either you're going to end up investing in superstars to take care of these tours for every month-long event, and sometimes you have them and sometimes you don't. If you have them, you end up working on champions that you probably had no plans of working on or pumping any resources into. And on the other side, if you don't have the champions, you feel moved to participate, not to let your teammates down, and to have something to do. You go ahead, drop that disposable income, and get the superstars required to do the tours so you can try to get further and further along in these events. Now, this current month-long event has started out really strong with the Naomi Field of Glow, allowing you to get a chance at a guaranteed 3-star silver Naomi, who helps out a lot of players who need a SmackDown Women's Champion to team up with their male SmackDown Champion. Alongside that, you also get a chance at shards to acquire one of the Usos, and on top of that, through her Feel the Glow Talent Up event, which is really easy to clear out if you have all the proper resources, you can acquire 5 guaranteed 4-star silver Acrobat tokens, which is amazing, especially if you're free to play. But quite frankly, when it comes to the tours, every month-long event tour has requirements that are sometimes, and more than likely often, very, very hit and miss. You either have champions that you can use, or you have to spend money. And most of the times, this is how it usually works. You have the champions that are required, but you never touch them. You don't like using them. You don't like how they play. And you feel that you have to go and do it because there is a new month-long event, meaning that, oh, we got new content. I have to do this. Or you don't have the champions and you go and spend your disposable income to try to acquire them so you can participate and say that you did your part. I am saying again, we have a choice, we have a voice, we need to use it. I personally think after this year, I'm confident they're going to finish out with a month-long event in December, and I'm looking forward to it. But next year, these events need to become a bi-monthly thing. Give people time to recoup, focus on feuds, focus on building their rosters properly instead of leaving people exposed and not being able to move forward. Because unless you're the type of person who's like my OG, my Crown One, Lucario 23, who hoards like crazy, not everyone's going to be able to make it through any of these events. And that's just the God honest truth. If you did not pregame, if you were not prepared before these events are dropped on you, because a lot of times we are not even aware of what's happening until the very last second, and that is very unprofessional. Now, granted, WWE Champions has made it a thing to get better, and I salute them for that. But ultimately, we have a choice to participate. So, like with the zombies, I didn't really touch that. I'm a huge fan of Shinsuke. You all know this from my past videos, but I was not going after zombie Shinsuke. I was not spending money on Z Charlotte. I was not spending money on zombie Seth. But that's not to take away from anyone who was blessed with the opportunity to acquire them. So, moving forward, I think honestly, like my broski Lucario said, they should start making it fair requirements. In other words, everyone should have a fair shot by including certain classes. So, for instance, you should have a tour for these month-long events. When you have these tours, you should cover all the bases. You should have it open for all for the different types of categories and classes. You should have one for the ability to use any attitude era, modern era, legend, new gen, women's champion, VIP, event superstars and an open. So that way everyone has a chance, because you need 8K for this current month-long event to acquire the item called Bootios, which is going to lead to a great reward at the very end of this month-long event. But ultimately, not everyone can cover the superstars that they want for this one. They want people to use Chad Gable, Christian, Ultimate Warrior. Not everybody has those people, and not everyone has the disposable income to go and do those pulls to acquire those champions. And even if you do acquire them, it doesn't mean that you're going to pull them at 3-star. It's a lot of high risk, especially with the shard mechanic introduced. So what I'm saying is this: we need to go to bi-monthly events. We need very fair month-long event tour requirements, so everyone can get their just due and have a very equal opportunity to get the key rewards from these events and milestones, because a lot of times it feels like the only way you're going to really succeed is by spending your money, and it does not need to be that way. It sends a very horrible message to your community that you're trying to say, hey, we're going to make things better, but we're still going to go for your pockets. It's not about the green. Sometimes you got to just throw the dog a bone and everything will work out. And a lot of people put in the work. They have the heart and the effort to get things done. But if you keep on giving us unattractive, uninspiring events, if you have month-long events and then this happens where we're supposed to be getting a coin event or a TP event or enhanced event, we look forward to it and then we don't get it, that's not good. That has me stuck and sitting back like, Nani? Like, what are y'all doing here? Like, this is not cool. This is not right. And I'm going to continue to champion this game because I love it. I've met incredible people who have become a part of Crown Era that mean the world to me, that I love and respect and trust. But I do not want to see them get scoped like many have in the past, including myself. There are good times and bad times, and not everyone has the patience that others do. And I want to see everyone capitalize and show their worth and have a great opportunity at having great fun and entertainment in a very incredible game. So what do you say, Scopely? What do you say, WWE community? Is enough enough? And I actually have to say that it is. It's driven away a lot of people. It has made factions break apart and never get back together again. These situations can be controlled. These things are things that are not out of someone's control. They have the keys. The ball is in their court. It always is. But they need to make a decision and shoot for the stars and hit the moon while they're at it. So, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. My brother Lucario23, I salute him. He spoke his mind. I support him. I give him nothing but the utmost support and respect for what he said on, I believe, Reddit. So you know what? Shout out to him, because fair events are needed and necessary. It isn't like this is the first event out. This is a event after multiple events. Multiple events. So enough is enough. Champions knows the formula. Champions knows what it needs to do. Champions knows what it doesn't need to do. And we need to realize that we have a voice. Now, is anyone going to stop spending money? No, because Champions has to keep the lights on, and they're always going to come up with a deal that's going to catch someone's eye, including the bad guy. There's no denying that. But ultimately, we need to put the pressure on Champions to push forward and keep them to their word. The developmental team keeps saying, we're going to make it better, make it better. Then show us. Show out or shut up. That's just how I look at it. And I just want what is best for everybody. No matter your faction, no matter your overall, I want everyone to have a great time and take advantage of the opportunities that are given. But if we are given crappy requirements for the month-long events, if we have to pull and spend disposable income to participate, then it's not even worth your time. Move forward, save up, and keep going and keep rocking and rolling, because I believe in you and I want you to succeed, and I don't want you to reset at zero. That is the worst thing any player can do in this game. Spend all your resources and get nothing out of it. And the bad guy doesn't play that. So, once again, bad times don't last. Bad guys do. And always and forever now, crown ones do too. I got nothing but love for all of you, no matter who you are. Keep your heads up. Stay grounded. Get lifted. I believe in you, and you will get through this event. This is a very fun event, but it's very unfortunate that they still have not put any new events up to have us get in that mode of inspiration and motivation, because you need something to get you through. And again, we need to start having bi-monthly events starting next year so we can focus in on building up resources so we are properly prepared and we can also enjoy time just being in the faction families that we have found or made. That is what it's all about, enjoying this game with great people. So stay tuned until next time. Mad love to all of y'all. Crowned Era, family first, royalty always. Top 100 coming, tier 61 coming. Peace.